welcome to the first webinar for solutions to HR struggles, which is we are going to cover today. So I believe that you have your main objective coming to this seminar. So this is one of the seminars that I prioritize in my first online recording series, is because I find that this is one of the struggles as human resource practitioners in companies, which it is recruiting the right employees. And by using these things that I'm going to share with, I hope that you could implement it in your company in different ways, or at least ease you in terms of making the decisions for your organization. So as you might have already known, that my company is focusing more on using the tool science of handwriting analysis to identify individuals' personality through their handwriting. So basically what we are going to cover is more on to focus on how to for this stage is how to actually obtain your interviewee's handwriting, and then you analyze it, and how are you going to analyze it to match with what your company's requirements for an employee for your organization, as in like what you all have advertised. Is it matching with the employee that you have been interviewing so far? All right. I believe that I have already mentioned before that before this seminar commence, just write about at least half a page of an essay or summary on an online paper. So this we will try on yours first. You don't have any, I don't think you guys have any sample of handwriting of your current employees, current interviewees, since this is like like a last minute thing. So what you can do is you just get information from your own handwriting, and we can see whether we can analyze or match it through yours first in comparison to others. All right, so use the pen which you are comfortable with, and do not copy from any other articles, because once you copy something, it is not coming from your own mind. So once it's not coming from your own mind, it will be very inaccurate in terms of analysis of the handwriting. All right, and then at the end of it, please sign your name. So my company is doing on specializing on personality development and also life coaching for self-esteem development and self-confidence. And in terms of that, what we are looking on this is as a company is that I would like to share knowledge as much as possible wherever you all are. And of course, the main function is to motivate others and reach individuals anywhere in the world. So basically I've traveled a few countries like Tokyo or Canada, just to share whatever this knowledge is. If you guys are interested, I will be there after the COVID. So a bit about my background. I have been working with organization for the past few years, or maybe near to 20 years, focusing more on human resource management, and during this human resource management, I normally will focus on doing recruitment, selection, and performance analysis of employees. So every time when I do this, I will make sure that it is beneficial for the company itself, and also fairness for the recruiters, for the ones we recruiting, and also the employees. Apart from that, I've also go through some life coaching certification and handwriting certification, also psychology, and I just completed my master's in marketing and consumer insights. So basically all this are linked to people, in case you want to know more about me. So let's go through, for this webinar, we will go through the basics of analyzing handwriting first, because if I talk to you about something about handwriting and you do not know what is the basics, I think it is kind of waste of time. So I think it will be good that you have to know a basic of what this science is about, and what is the process to obtain handwriting from your interview candidates. And from this handwriting, we will identify the traits based on the job roles and responsibilities that you guys are actually looking for your company, and what are the suitable interview questions based on the analysis that you will be doing individually, means like privately, all right? And from there, when you go to the interview, how are you going to analyze the body language of the interviewees to match with what you have analyzed and everything? So it's like an overall analysis, okay? And next, we will also look into how you have to decide for your organization, because as a HR practitioner, you may be a manager, the director, or executive. So just look at how to decide for your organization on choosing the right candidate. So deciding have a lot of factors, which we will look into it, and what kind of challenges when you are implementing this process, the real challenges which you would expect if, for example, you are obtaining this handwriting from your candidates, okay? So let's start on session 1, which is the science and methodology of handwriting analysis, and how are you going to analyze this handwriting. So you, as what is on the screen, I've already highlighted that basically this science has existed since year 1622. It's years ago, centuries ago, and it's very popular actually in Europe and America, and even in countries for Asia, right? It's quite popular in India, Indonesia. In Singapore, there is. It's quite popular too, but then it's not as much as in Europe and America, where they use this to analyze their interview candidates, all that. But then, all right, maybe we can start on that. All right, so how this actually works. So in handwriting analysis, it's a brain writing. So whatever you speak, or however you think, it is from your brain, which is in your mind, and then goes to the point of communication, which is your hands and your limbs, and then placed and reflected on the surface, such as paper, on when you write. So this is like firing commands with the brain, all right? And the physical characteristic of the strokes are also shown in the patterns and the momentum of your handwriting. So how we think, how we communicate with people, how we express our feelings are all actually can be shown on the paper. All right, so this is like a motor hand mechanism. Like, it's actually very voluntary. In the beginning, you will be like consciously doing it, and oh, okay, this is how it goes. But then eventually it becomes automatic. And when it becomes automatic, that is the accuracy. That is the accuracy of the analysis. Okay. So this writing is actually controlled to the motor hand mechanism in the cortex of the opposite hemisphere. So like that is the very biological detail, or I can say physiological detail of how these things goes. Okay. So for this science, it is used in many different areas.